What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Lucid Daily. And today we do have a lot we actually need to go through. There was a handful of things that came out that I really want to talk to you guys about, as well as a couple of things that we'll go over tomorrow rather than today because there is quite a bit. So let's go ahead and get started. Very first off, with the stock price, you saw Lucid was actually up 1.35%. You saw most of the market down pretty early on in the morning. I don't know why there was a rhyme or reason. There wasn't too many breaking news pieces today. I just think that the recession is starting to be more and more priced in, and I think the markets are actually starting to relatively like that. But that usually lasts for about a day, and then after that, it's like, oh crap, like we're actually going to, like, this is going to really suck. So I think we'll see that part during earnings. I've said it for a long time. I think earnings are really going to suck, and we all better buckle up. But anyways, Lucid was up 1.3% today, relatively flat in the after hours. You had Tesla up 2.5% today. Again, you see the similar pattern with all these stocks in the morning. They opened up super red, and then we had a little bit of a run into the close. You have Rivian up 4.5%. Not too much news between these individual companies today. You did have Tesla delivery numbers, but I'm not going to go over those today. And then you do have the SPY that was, again, super low in the morning, and then it came right back up 0.19% today. You did have oil. I believe they got to $101 a barrel today. So you're starting to see these commodities come down, which is actually really indicative of a recession. So it's definitely something you want to keep your eyes out for. Next, the PIF published an article today, and I read it, and there wasn't a lot, but they did have one paragraph about Lucid I want to read with you guys. It says, in another example of the transfer of skills and capabilities through strategic partnerships. Let's see if we can talk now. PIF invested in Lucid Motors, which develops and manufactures electric vehicles. As a part of the agreement, Lucid has trained 34 Saudi students through special programs that provide opportunities to work with leading engineering experts, contributing to the development of the electric car industry in Saudi Arabia. So it does still sound like the PIF is fully entrenched in Lucid. It does not sound like they're having any kind of qualms in investing. In this article, they talk about building a portfolio of generational companies. So the fears of the PIF selling out of Lucid, you can relatively put those to rest for the time being until we have another sign. Next, this was something that kind of worried me at first until we got further information on it. Then it was like a sigh of relief. But Lucid Insider, props to him for catching this. He said, so one of the early Lucid Air Dream Edition reviewers and one of my favorite, John Forlakers, which is John, we've covered him multiple times on this channel, is selling his Lucid Air. Gotta say, I'm a little concerned now. So it sounds like John listed his Lucid Air. And it wasn't long after, it was like a couple of minutes after. John actually said, because he said he was worried. He was concerned. Lucid Insider said that. And so John said, don't be, just prefer a larger car with the Rivian. And then Lucid Insider said, thanks, added this response to my story. I hope that's okay. He said, yeah, selling is no reflection on the car, but with all the activities my kids are in, having the truck suits us better. So again, one person only needs so many cars. You can have I feel like the normal family has like 1 to 3 cars, and then like there's like the next, which is like 5 to 20 cars. Like I feel like there's not really an in between. It sounds like he's still in the 1 to 3 cars, and he has a Tesla. I think he still has a Tesla. He has a Rivian, and he probably has another car. I don't know. I don't know his life perfectly, but it is interesting. He's selling it. He put on about 6,000 miles on it. So he said he hopes to make a profit on it, which will be interesting. We'll definitely keep track of the car and see where it goes. So if any of you guys want to buy a Lucid Dream Edition, I know one that you guys can get. All right. Next, we have an email. Shout out to Cha-Cha on Twitter for getting this email. Again, I don't have any way of officially verifying this, but this does seem like a fairly reputable source, and it does seem fairly true. So this is about the Air Pure reservation. And he says, I trust all is well for you in California. We're grateful to have you as a part of the Lucid community and as a valued Lucid Air Pure reservation holder. So this is what we're really crossing our fingers on, is that these Air Pures can get launched by the end of the year. He said, I want to take this opportunity to reach out and share some updates with you, including production progress, and share some of my personal favorite resources with you. Then we have the learning series, which they show you how to do basic, simple things. You have the space concept with Peter Rawlinson, where he kind of goes into the engineering and the science behind the car. And then Lucid and NVIDIA drive technology. I might have to watch that myself because I don't know what they're saying about that. Because like I've said, it's one of the things that I really want to see Lucid improve on is their autonomy. So we'll definitely have to check that out. It's probably something we'll put on the to-do list for tomorrow. Next, he says, we are in the process of producing and delivering grand touring vehicles. Once completed, we will transition into producing Lucid Air Touring in the later second half of this year. We remain on track to begin production of the Pure late in Q4 of this year. Thank you so much for your support, and I look forward to connecting again. Best regards. And he left the name out. So what I take by this paragraph is I think they're going to do, I can't remember the Q4 with the Dream Edition that well, but I think they're going to get a couple of Air Pures out by the end of the year, whether it's a couple hundred or a couple thousand. Anyways, I don't care. If we get them out by the end of the year, that's great news that they actually persisted through the supply chain difficulties. And then we have another, this was posted on the Lucid forum, and I wanted to read it with you guys too, because I think this is important. It's really important to understand how customers are getting their cars. So this next one says, in speaking with customers awaiting delivery, I understand there is some frustration with the lack of information around delivery status. I'm reaching out to explain why your delivery advisor has had some difficulty providing you with a reliable delivery date. So I imagine they're getting a lot of kickback like, hey, like, what's the status of my car? As we bring Lucid Air to market, we have been managing a variety of challenges from supplier quality to assembly procedures that require improvement. We have found that certain fit and finish components did not meet high quality standards that customers expect from us. Your vehicle is undergoing a thorough review as part of our heightened quality process to ensure we meet your expectations. Once your car has completed this review, we will work with you to schedule delivery and to complete the transaction. We are targeting the end of June for the completion of all cars currently in this review process. Your delivery advisor will provide periodic updates with the status of your car. I assure you we are doing everything we can to deliver the quality you expect from Lucid. We want to ensure your Air looks as amazing as it performs. Best regards, Zach Edson, VP of Sales and Service. So it's really important. I'm actually going to make a note here. It's really important to always remember that Lucid will, well, at least Peter Rawlinson, Lucid / Peter Rawlinson will always prioritize quality over quantity. All right, so when you're investing into Lucid, you're not going to see a fourth quarter push like Tesla necessarily does, or an end of quarter push. I'm sure the urgency is there, but Peter Rawlinson has made it clear that he will never compromise quality over quantity. So if that means delivering 100 less cars because the carpet's subpar, that means they're going to deliver 100 less cars. And I think as a Lucid investor, you have to understand this. So if you get mad that they miss deliveries, you have to understand that this is what they are, that this is what their plan is. That's what their mission is. That's what their game plan is, that they want to have quality electric vehicles. Next, you do have Len. He said that this actually came out on June 30th, that they will be doing another Lucid Tech Talk series with episode 3. I don't know what it's going to be about. We already saw the battery pack, so I don't know what else they're going to talk about. So that's what happened today. Tomorrow we're going to go over Bear's Workshop's flyover. I know he flew over today, but there was a ton of information today, so I just kind of wanted to digest this all with you. Tomorrow we'll go over the flyover, and then I'll find some other things that we can go over. Guys, the market's difficult, and I would not expect it to get any better anytime soon. So this is the time to really research these companies that we love. If you haven't yet, consider subscribing. We cover Lucid on a daily basis, all the events from the Lucid forums to press releases to we'll take a deep dive on their financials before earnings. We'll go over everything. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, let's talk, and I hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching.